Herriman is one of the fastest growing cities in Utah, and every single week I get a version of the same question. Kelsey, is Herriman actually worth it? Or is everyone about to find out a mistake that they've made? Here's the thing, both are happening at the same time. Thousands of people are moving in, and a real number of people are quietly leaving. I'm going to give you the full picture today, the reasons people love it, and the reasons some regret it, and exactly what you should know before you make any decisions. Hi, I'm Kelsey Earl with Home Search by Kelsey June and Keller Williams South Valley. I live in Herriman and I've been in Herriman for 16 years. Whether you live in the area or you're thinking about moving here, I'd love to help you and I have time for you. Comment relocation down below and I'll send you a link to my guide. Most relocation content gives you a highlight reel. Beautiful mountain views, great schools, new homes. That's all true, but it's not the whole story. I'm a realtor here on the Wasatch Front. I've helped people move here, and yes, I've also helped people leave. So when I tell you what's working and what isn't, I'm not guessing. I'm pulling from real data, real conversations with real clients. That's the only way this information is actually useful to you. Let me start with why it's grown so fast, because the reasons make complete sense. When buyers are getting priced out of Draper or South Jordan, where do they go? Herriman. The median home price in Herriman is significantly lower than the cities just north of it. You can still get a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home in a newer community in the 500,000s. Try finding that in Draper right now. It's almost impossible. That price gap is real, and it's one of the biggest reasons people are willing to drive a little further south. Herriman has seen a massive wave of new construction. We're talking master planned communities, modern layouts, open concept, big windows, and builders like Toll Brothers, Richmond America, and Fieldstone have all planted roots here. And for buyers who want a brand new home, not a 1990s flip, Herriman is one of the best markets on the Wasatch Front to find it. The schools, Jordan School District, if you have kids, you already know why this matters. Schools like Herriman High consistently rank among the top in the state. For families relocating from out of state, especially from California or Texas, the school quality combined with the price point is hard to beat. The outdoor access, I will never downplay this one. You're 30 minutes away from world class skiing in Snowbird and Alta. The hiking, biking, outdoor recreation, it's all right here. For people moving from flat, landlocked states, this is genuinely life changing. Okay, those are the reasons the growth makes total sense. But here's where it gets interesting, because the same things driving growth, some of them are also creating the problems. Let me give you the actual data as of this year. Herriman is sitting around 50,000 residents and growing. Inventory is still tight compared to the overall Utah market. Days on market have ticked up from the pandemic lows. We're seeing homes sit longer than 2021 or 2022, but well priced move-in ready homes in desirable neighborhoods, those are still moving. Here's what that means for you. If you're a buyer, you have more negotiating power than you did 2 years ago. Don't sleep on a good house. The best ones still go fast. If you're a seller, pricing is everything right now. Overpriced homes are sitting. Correctly priced homes are selling. That shifts matters a lot. The buyers I'm working with right now are navigating a market that requires real strategy, not just let's make an offer and see. If you want help building that strategy for your situation specifically, comment the word plan below. We'll map out exactly what your next move could look like. All right, you've heard the case for Herriman. Now, let me tell you the stuff people figure out after they move in, because this is the part that saves you from buyer's remorse. Quick pause. If this is useful, hit the like button. It genuinely helps more people in your situation find this video. Okay, let's get back to it. The commute is not a small thing in Herriman. It's approximately 23 to 35 miles south of Salt Lake City. On a good day, that's 25 minutes. On a bad day, there's a lot of bad days. You're sitting on I-15 or Bangerter Highway for 45 minutes or more. If you are working in downtown Salt Lake City 5 days a week, you need to honestly calculate what that commute costs you. In time, in gas, in stress, some people make peace with it, some don't. Winter air quality, this is the one most out of state buyers don't see coming. The Salt Lake Valley traps pollutions in that winter. It's called a temperature inversion. Cold air gets trapped below warmer air. The mountains hold it in for weeks at a time in January and February. The air quality in the valley, including in Herriman, can genuinely be poor. If you have asthma, allergies, or respiratory issues, this is not a small footnote. It is something you need to know before you sign. The small town feel is fading. I hear this one from people who bought in Herriman 5 or 6 years ago. They moved there because it felt different, quieter, more community driven, and now they're watching the same commercial strip they see everywhere else get built at the edge of their neighborhood. Growth brings amenities, and growth also changes the character of a place. If you're moving here expecting forever small town energy, just know that ship has largely sailed. HOA culture, most new construction in Herriman comes with a homeowners association. Average fees range from $50 to $150 a month, depending on the community. But it's not just the money, it's the rules, paint colors, fence styles, landscaping requirements. For some buyers, HOA structure is exactly what they want. For others, it's a deal breaker. Know which one you are before you fall in love with a home. If you're relocating to Herriman, here's what I'd tell you to do right now. Number one, don't just look at Herriman. Compare it to Saratoga Springs, South Jordan with fresh eyes. All three are in the same conversation. They have just totally different trade offs. Know what matters most to you. And number two, get pre approved before you even start touring homes. The inventory that fits your criteria moves. You need to be ready to act. Number three, drive the commute on a Tuesday morning at 7:30 a.m., not on a Saturday afternoon. See what you're actually signing up for. If you're thinking about selling in Herriman, pricing is the game right now. The buyers who are active, they're informed, they're watching the market, and they know what comparable homes are selling for. If you overprice even by 20 to 30,000, you will sit. A listing that loses leverage, buyers start asking, what's wrong with it? Correct pricing from day one protects you. Let me hit you with a few questions I get constantly. Is Herriman safe? Yes, it consistently ranks as one of the safer communities in the Salt Lake metro area. Low crime rates, strong community identity. What's the property tax situation? Utah's effective property tax rate is one of the lower ones in the country. But as Harriman's assessed values have risen, so have the annual bills. Plan for that growth in your budget. Is now a good time to buy in Herriman? Here's my honest answer. Time in the market is a trap. If you need a home, if you have stable income, and if you've done the math on what you can genuinely afford, the right time is when you are ready, not when the headlines say so. What's the new construction timeline looking like? Anywhere from 6 to 14 months, depending on the builder and the lot. Some spec homes are available immediately. If you're building from the ground up, plan your timeline accordingly. Wrap this up with the clearest version of this I can give you. If you're a family relocating from out of state, Herriman makes a lot of sense. Great schools, newer homes, outdoor access, and a lower price point than much of the Wasatch Front. Know the commute reality, know the winter air, but for the right family, this place checks a lot of boxes. If you're a first time buyer in Utah, Herriman is one of the few places where you can still get a newer home at a price that doesn't require you to stretch uncomfortably. The price gap compared to neighboring cities is real and it matters. If you're a move up buyer already in the valley, do the trade off math honestly. Are you getting meaningfully more home for the commute you're adding? Sometimes the answer is yes. Sometimes people realize the difference is smaller than they thought. If you're thinking about selling and moving out of Harriman, this is the legitimate conversation. Life circumstances change, the market has more inventory than it did, but the demand hasn't collapsed. With the right pricing and presentation strategy, well positioned homes are still selling. Here's the truth about Herriman in 2026. It's not perfect, no city is, but for the right buyer with the right expectations, it is genuinely one of the best value propositions left on the Wasatch Front. If you want to talk through whether it makes sense for your situation specifically, drop a plan in the comments below and I will personally respond and we'll figure out the next right move. And if you're still doing research, I've got videos on South Jordan, Saratoga Springs, and the full Wasatch Front breakdown right here on this channel. Start there, get informed, then let's talk. I'm Kelsey. Talk to you soon.